Hey boys, what's going on? We are back with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video, prepping for Madden 24. But today I am going to be going over my rookie premier rankings. There's going to be a lot of, this or that based off of your play style, but these are the top ones for me. And we're just going to kind of jump into it here. But before we do get started, if y'all are new to the channel, please do consider hitting that sub button. Also, smash the like button, comment down below. Helps more people see the channel as we're getting back into the swing of things. So thank you guys. And rookie premieres. So you complete the rookie premiere in Madden 23. You have until August 10th, I believe. And then you'll get the player in Madden 24. So a couple things that you need to take into effect. Obviously, we don't know their stats. We know they're going to be 84 overalls. They're probably not going to be upgrading throughout the year for getting 84s, which I'm pretty sure they're 84s. But regardless, and then you want to make sure, players that we're going to get a surplus of, players you might get free cards of, it could kind of affect your rankings. Assuming the majority of players are going to be pre-ordering. I know a lot of people aren't, but, the majority of day one players are pre-ordering, getting the deluxe edition and stuff like that. So you got to think about pre-orders. And then depth positions. If I'm only going to have the player for a week, there's probably no point. But if something I can stick around with for a while, then they might be a little bit higher up. And you'll see that in some of these rankings. And if you're you've got like that one or two player you really want, but you've got the materials to make a rookie premiere, or maybe a couple, this is where we're going to start off our list. But that is with our offensive line. You need these offensive linemen, because you're not going to have to upgrade your offensive line for quite some time. I think I had at least one rookie premier offensive lineman for 6 or 7 weeks in Madden 23. So I'm starting off, just kind of going through. There's only 4 because we don't have one of the guards. So I have one for each position who I think is the best, and ideally I'm looking at this being like for next gen because that's what I play on. But you want them to be a little bit more athletic. They get good blocks and everything like that. So these are not, the first 4 are not going to be the prettiest, and I have 11 total players. So number 11, Paris Johnson Jr. Like I said, he's not the prettiest player. It's not the prettiest pick, but we do need our offensive line, and it's from like a longevity perspective. It's someone that I think we can have on the lineup for a while. So that is why I went with Paris Johnson. And next on my list is going to be our other tackle, and I have Darnell Wright. I like big boys. I like big boys on my line. So 335 pounds. It's perfect. That's what you're looking for. So kind of going Darnell Wright, just another bigger guy. One of the other, your linemen. Like I said, these first couple of picks are not going to be pretty, but number 10 on my list is tackle Darnell Wright. I don't really think I need to go into it. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the other 2 picks as well. Just going to kind of be showcasing them. And number 9 on my list is John Michael Schmitz. He's going to be our center. He's going to be the free center we get. Also over 300 pounds, big guy. It's what I'm looking for. For me, he's probably going to get replaced by Tyler Linderbaum because I'm a homer. But still, overall, he's got, the stats that we are looking for. I mean, comparatively, we still don't really know what they're going to look like stat-wise when we get our hands on the game. But John Michael Schmitz is going to be the next up on my list at number 9. And number 8 on my list, Anthony Bradford. He's going to be our guard. Also, he's 6'4", 332 pounds. Once again, what we're looking for, big guys on that line. So if there's, I'm not sure, I need to do a little bit more research. If there's another guard, we might want to pick him up just to have him and get someone out of position over there. But since we're just looking at true positions, that's where we're at number 8. And I know I've talked about liking big guys on my offensive line, so this does upset me here, but we are not going to have a defensive tackle here. I just wasn't in love with the defensive tackles that we had, and they weren't big boys for me, so I think it was just Brian Brees, but I don't have a defensive tackle, and I always make sure I try to get one just to try to stuff up the run, so we'll figure that one out as we go. And as I was talking and getting this video put together, I decided to add Brian Brees. I know I just said that it was upsetting that I didn't have him. He's our only defensive tackle. He is over 300 pounds, which is decent sized for that defensive line. He's not technically on my list. This is just like an honorable mention if you did want to pick him up. I like big guys like. I loved having Jordan Davis last year. Like Sam Adams was on my team all year, and granted, he got Ravens theme team chems and everything like that. But just I want the biggest possible man on my defensive line just to try to stuff up the run. So that was just like an honorable mention for me right here. And number 7 on my list is Nolan Smith. This is where we're getting into more skill position type players. We got through the offensive line. But Nolan Smith, he's the fastest pass rusher that we're going to have as an option. He's one of the fastest outside linebackers in the regs database that has been dropped. So I would imagine he's going to be one of our faster day one outside linebackers. But the reason he's so much lower on my list is because pass rushers do tend to get replaced really rapidly, and it's not like you're going to have 2 left outside linebackers on the field. So I just don't see there being much longevity with this card. That's why he's lower on my list, but he's still going to be a dynamite day one card to have. And then, I mean, obviously when he's your backup, he'll be on like kickoffs and stuff like that, which is nice to have a faster guy there to get up, but someone with some decent hit power, but it's the longevity piece for me. So that's why Nolan Smith is sitting at number 7 for me. And number 6 for my list is Jay Ward. He is the only safety I have on my list, but he's somebody that I just feel is like your user. Like he's going to be that user card for you for a while. You can definitely throw him in the back end of your defense, probably day one, but he's just, I look at him and I'm like, this guy is probably going to end up being my user. I'm just looking at his Madden 23 stats here with like the 98 speed, but he's got really good hit power at 99 overall. Obviously, we don't know what that's going to look like here in 15 days, but that's kind of why Jay Ward is here. I just, users are one of the most important parts of the defense for me because that's the player that I'm using the whole time. So I had to get him up there, but I think Jay Ward looks like he might end up being my day one user. So number 6, Jay Ward. And number 5 for me is Julius Brents, cornerback. It was really on this spot for me between him and there's the 2 corners on my list. I was thinking about having a third, but I did end up not putting Christian Gonzalez on my list. Christian Gonzalez is going to be a little bit faster, but Julius Brents is 6'4". He is tall. He's still going to have good speed, but it's that height for me, being able to jump up. Because we all know, especially on next gen, like the height really matters and weight really matters. So having a tall corner is really important to me. And I think Christian Gonzalez is 6'1", I want to say. So that having 3 more inches can really make a difference. So that's why right here for me, number 5 is Julius Brents, and Christian Gonzalez is not on my list. And it's strictly because the height, it could easily be interchanged, and seeing how they play once we actually get our hands on the game. But number 4 for me, should be no surprise to any of you that this man is on my list, but we have Zay Flowers. He is the highest rated wide receiver for me. He's going to be the fastest wide receiver. He's going to be one of the fastest wide receivers in the game, out of at least the day one cards, not including any promos or anything like that, but he's going to be fast. He's not the tallest. He's 5'10", even though he's been reported at 6'1" in Ravens training camp. But it's really going to be the speed. It's a depth position. None of the other receivers that we really got stood out to me, especially looking at speed as a factor. Speed is king. And then, he can be your slot guy for quite some time. So I really, being a homer, I had to put Zay Flowers on the list, but here he is at number 4. And number 3 for me is Bijan Robinson. I know running backs is a depth position because you have a couple, especially in the beginning of the year. You might be filtering in and out from different styles and stuff like that. But he's going to be like a bigger bruiser kind of back. He's like a little Derrick Henry. And really for me, you could have put Jahmyr Gibbs here. Jahmyr Gibbs isn't on my list just because play style. When I like having I like my big offensive line. I like having big bruiser running back, someone I can just stiff arm and hit stick with, or not hit stick, but truck with. And Bijan's my guy. I like Bijan Robinson over Jahmyr Gibbs here. But if you prefer like that shiftier pass catching back, maybe Jahmyr Gibbs is gonna be the guy for you. He's a very good, he's still probably one of the 10 best rookie premiers, but I'm not gonna have two players that can't be on the field at the same time on my list for the top 10 players, or for me it's top 11 players to make for Madden 24. So for me, I went Bijan. And number 2 on my list, DJ Turner. There's a specific reason number 1 is number 1 for me, or else DJ Turner would have probably been number 1 on my list. He is fast. He's going to be the fastest corner out of this group, if not the fastest corner in the game. So for me, I'm going to have one tall corner and then one speedster corner, and I think that's a good combo for me. And he's man-to-man. It's just going to really help with my play style. And he's not short either. He's still 6 foot tall. But DJ Turner, to me, is the best corner, and probably one of, if it's not for a specific reason, he's probably the best rookie premier to do for the game. So definitely make sure you guys cop yourself DJ Turner before it's too late. Do you guys remember the start of Madden 23? When everybody was just getting destroyed by Donald Parham? Well, I raise you Darnell Washington. My number 1 player, the 6'7", 270-pound tight end. Fortunately for the Pittsburgh Steelers, but we do get to change a couple team chems, so there we go. But Darnell Washington, he's a 6'7" tight end. You're going to be able to high point over anybody. We're going to have the same nightmares that we had when Madden 23 first came out in Madden 24 with this beast of a man right here. He, to me, is above and beyond the best player, solely based off of his size. Now, DJ Turner, I think, is the best card, especially, for his position, speed, overall intangibles. But Darnell Washington is an absolute monster with his size. He's not going to be the fastest tight end out there. He's not even the fastest rookie premier tight end. But then once you do kind of outgrow him and you throw him in as a backup, right? He's still going to have good blocking. So he's still going to be able to be like a run type tight end. So he's got longevity to him. He's going to be at least a backup on your team for a long time. Plus, you got a 6'7" guy that maybe you just throw a short route to. I don't know. That's just me. But that is my number 1 overall rookie premier. He is the second rookie premier I did complete this year. Number 1 was obviously Zay Flowers. And then you notice I don't have any quarterbacks on my list because it seems like we get a quarterback every week, especially early on in the game, if not more. So quarterbacks are going to get outgrown. But if you are going to make a quarterback, my honorable mention quarterback is going to be CJ Stroud. Because currently he has Slinger 1 release, so if he still has Slinger 1, that's going to be insane. But anyways, if you guys feel like I'm completely wrong on something, or you have a player that you are just like, I got to make this guy, leave him down below. I would love to see who you guys are talking about. But anyways, that's all I got for today, guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Love y'all. Stay safe, and I'll see you real soon.